Hey everybody, I'm your friend and your pal Kelly Zemnikas, and welcome to It'll Be Fine. Just got out of the gym and I look like a mess, but I had to make room for today's dessert. Oh, it's a good one. Or a snack. Let's get right to it. We're making PCCMs, pumpkin cream cheese muffins. Yes, we are. Because every week, as we do on this show, along with my guest, we tuck into a recipe that neither of us has ever made before, but we go forward with the blind confidence that it's going to be fine. And I think my guest and I are going to rock the pumpkin cream cheese muffin. I've got faith. I do. My guest, by the way, is zooming in from her home in San Antonio, Texas. She is the owner of Piece of Cake. She is a fantastic baker, chef, foodie, and friend. The lovely Ashley Griggs is on the show today. I am so excited to bake alongside her because if you go to her Instagram page, Piece of Cake, Peace, Piece of Cake 210. Your mouth's gonna water. She can cook up a storm. So let's get cracking. It's gonna be fine. I need to shower first. Yes.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Huzzah! Yay! Ready for a bake.
But to the friends at home, so Ashley's gone with sweet potato because you're allergic to pumpkin.
Yes, I'm allergic to gourd, so no pumpkins, no watermelon, no cantaloupe, no zucchini. They're all in the gourd family, so I can't have it. I was still gonna try the fritters because it's
Yeah.
not as bad with that, but it's all mild allergy, but it still makes me feel not that great. So
I will, for a hot second, virtually high five you because I as well am allergic to watermelon. What I have done for this dish, because this recipe, by the way, if you scroll down into the YouTube show description, there is a link. You can play along at home. We're going with a recipe by the Domestic Rebel, who puts out the request of not using pumpkin filling like you would for a pie. You want to go for pumpkin puree for this. I had a bitch of a time finding it. So I'm going to be honest. You know what I did?
What'd you do?
Pureed baby food.
Did they make pumpkin?
I couldn't find pumpkin. I'm also doing sweet potato.
That's hilarious. Oh my God. We actually have it canned at our local HEB here. So, and it's organic and everything. They have like 3 different kinds. There's a Libby's brand, there's HEB brand, and another pie filling brand that I don't know. But yeah.
Well, I couldn't find it, so I'm joining you with baby food, which I haven't had in a minute. I have no idea if this is going to work, but fingers crossed. All right. So the first thing we're going to do, if you've not already, to preheat your oven to 350. Then you are going to line 2 muffin tins with the muffin liner. If you don't have it at home, just like really grease it up good.
Yeah.
It should be good to go, but I've done that. We're going to
I
start
have not greased my muffin tin yet.
Okay.
And then I have this jumbo
Ooh.
muffin tin that I want to use, and I'm just gonna make 6 because I have a very small family, and 16's a lot. So if this still isn't filled, I'm just gonna put the rest in the fridge for later because yeah.
I think that's a perfect idea, and I feel like that's fitting because you're in Texas. Everything is bigger. So
everything's bigger in Texas.
Start this off with the praline crunch. I also, if you're familiar with the show, I frequently do not use the things that are suggested. Could I find pumpkin seeds anywhere? No. No.
That's okay. I don't have the stuff for the crunch either, if I was being honest. So I was just like,
but in my defense, Thanksgiving in Canada is a month before you guys. So I think a lot of people here are making pies because next weekend is Thanksgiving.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know it was a month before. That's very interesting. Okay, yeah, no, I thought I had some praline pecan somewhere. I do
Okay.
not. So I don't have the stuff for the crunch either. So there's a lot of improvisation going on here, and I love it so much. Um,
So
I'm gonna
what
take
I
my word
grabbed
for
out of
it.
my cupboard, I grabbed some sesame seeds and some walnuts. So
Oh,
I mean, you can go with a crunchy topping or not. But basically what we want to do right now, we're going to melt butter over a little skillet on the stovetop, stir in the pumpkin seeds, whatever you got, get them all gooey, add in brown sugar, and then take that off, add in the pumpkin pie spice, and just let it cool. So I don't know what do you think you're going to top yours with?
I think I'm gonna go with some pecans to go on top.
Nice.
That's all I see that's extra over there. And then maybe because I always keep a jar of homemade caramel, so I might drizzle some caramel on top of it too.
Yes.
I might go with that.
Yeah. You've got caramel. I always have a homemade whipped cream in the fridge.
Oh, that's awesome.
Because some days you need to eat your feelings, right?
Agreed.
There we go. That's all together.
Here of walnuts and sesame seeds.
Oh.
I thought for a hot second of doing chia seeds, but they get soft when you cook them. So
Oh, I did not know that.
yeah. But once they're done, you can top them with chia seeds, and then that will be crunchy.
There you go.
But
Right.
yeah,
1
so,
tablespoon of butter.
yeah. Supposedly, these muffins are quite popular at a coffee chain called Starbucks.
Oh.
So this domestic rebel is doing their own spin on this dish.
Nice.
So there we go. But
Very
these
nice.
muffins won't cost us like $22, so that's good.
Exactly.
And we're looking for a bit of a caramelized effect to this. It's going to take a minute or two. Once that goes by, then you're going to add in that second tablespoon of brown sugar and the pumpkin pie spice, or whatever you have at home. If all you have is clove, that's fine, or nutmeg, that's fine.
I think it's fine.
I think it's fine. Oh my God, we could really stop filming right now and I'd be okay. It would be okay. All right. So we're gonna throw in that next one. Alrighty.
I feel like this needs more butter.
I am with you. But this is the crunch on top, so
You're
I
right.
think it's okay. But I had the same thought. Yeah. And voila, our crunch done. Okay. Then turn off your stovetop.
I'm gonna end up adding some caramel to this once we're done with everything.
Yeah. Yeah. This would be good for like rolling in cookie dough. Like this could be a good cookie too.
This is good.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
This smells amazing. Okay. There's our
Absolutely.
crunch. I'll go right on top of those muffins. Okay.
Yeah. Alrighty. Part 2 is our cream cheese filling. Woo woo.
That's right. Whoop whoop.
You can do this 2 ways. You can take a bowl and a whisk and do this old-fashioned style, or you can use a KitchenAid. Whatever you wish. What we're needing for this is some softened cream cheese, vanilla, and granulated sugar. Except if you're me. I tend to bake with coconut sugar because it's not as much of a punch in your face of sweetness, but it still adds sweetness. So that is what I am going with.
Do it. And I'm gonna do powdered sugar instead of granulated.
Nice.
That way I don't have to waste a whisk. I could just use a fork.
See, hacks. This is what this is. It's just hacks.
Yes.
There we go. So my cream cheese filling will be a little bit darker just because I've got a different colored sugar.
I'm not someone who likes using stevia. I'm not a big fan of monk fruit sugar, but coconut
It's
sugar
not
seems
sweet
to
enough.
do the job. I don't know. I'm a fan of it.
I'm gonna have to try coconut sugar, but I'm not a fan of monk fruit either because, like, even though it's a cleaner sweet, it's not sweet enough, and I feel like you have to add so much just to get it to that same level of
Exactly.
sweet that I'm used to with sugar.
Yeah. No, I agree with you on that.
And it's already expensive, so I'm just like, okay, now
Yeah.
where's the line? All right, so let me get a piping bag for this.
Ziploc. Perfect. It is then going to go into a piping bag because this will be placed into the center of the muffin. Or if you don't have a piping bag, but you've got a Ziploc bag, put it in one of those and then cut the tip. You don't have to buy a fancy piping bag.
And in the piping bag.
So I have like extremely small little bags, so I may end up doing 2 of them. And also because you are quite the home cook and baker, I'm gonna see later if I can get any piping tips from you because I'm generally like shit at piping.
Oh no!
I'm awful at it, just awful.
It's okay. That's hilarious. I got you.
Yeah, like it is. I get so excited. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna pipe. And then it's coming out of every end of the bag. It's embarrassing. So what we are going to do is add our flour, our baking soda, our baking powder. Again, read the recipe. There's 2 different measurements for the soda and the powder. So
Yes, there are.
don't muck that up.
Oops, sorry. 1.5 cup of flour.
Baking soda and our baking powder.
Did I turn it so that y'all could see me doing it?
You're good. Yeah. Okay. All right. We are going to need salt for this and some more of that pumpkin spice. You're going to add that in as well. Our spice and our salt.
And
You just
I think it said 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Yes. And a
Yes.
1/2 teaspoon of baking soda.
Yeah. Just gonna mix this together. And then you're going to want to get another bowl on hand. The bowl count on this episode is high, if you haven't figured that out already. There's a lot of bowls. I've often said on the show, along with telling us how much baking soda you need, how much flour you need, how much salt, recipe writers should also put the bowl count.
They should. That is such a good point. Because, man, I was like, oh, we're going to need like 3, 4 bowls for this. Okay.
Right? Because like off the top, you know what you're going to need. And then midway through, they're like, get bowl number 7. And you're like, I don't have that many bowls. One is vegetable oil for this one. Use coconut too if you wanted. I wouldn't recommend extra virgin olive oil. I think it'll give a different taste.
It definitely will.
Yeah, so I wouldn't do that.
Pumpkin pie spice.
All right, so what I'm gonna do is the next little bit, I'm going to take the oil, the sugar, that pumpkin puree, or in our case, sweet potato. It's weird as an adult eating baby food. I'm not gonna lie.
Don't worry, no judgment over here. No judgment. You got what you could find, okay?
When I had my tonsils out when I was in my mid-20s, I ate a lot of baby food because I just couldn't digest anything. I'm gonna try this.
Do it.
It's not bad.
There you go. That means it's
That
actually
is not bad.
your sweet
Okay.
potato.
All right.
I'm not mad at that.
Adding this to it. And then you're going to need it calls for, which I found kind of curious, milk or buttermilk.
I got buttermilk.
I did too, but I made my own, which you can do easily with milk and
Me
then add some
too.
vinegar to it.
I did lemon juice.
Nice. But yeah, making your own buttermilk is super easy because so rarely you can find like a little container of buttermilk, and I don't use it enough to warrant a big purchase.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they have a small one, but it's still too much. Okay, half cup of oh yeah. I think this is gonna be funny. I won't need the 16. This is such a huge muffin.
You're gonna have some muffins. They're gonna be
Yes, I like how you said it. You put the emphasis on the it's
Yeah,
muffins.
muffins. So to call this episode a lot of batter. This is
It
a
really
lot.
is a limit.
Yeah. You know what you could do, friends at home, if you're like, fuck the muffins, you can make this into a cake.
Yes.
There's enough batter to make a cake. You'd be fine.
Wow, this would be a good 3-layer 6-inch cake. This would be dope.
Yeah.
And then with that cream cheese filling, instead of it being cream cheese filling, you can make it into a frosting and then top it with the crunch.
Or you could make one of those cool cakes where the stuff falls out of the center and just fill that with the crunch.
Yes, I love the surprise cakes.
That is one of the goals on this show. Like I've been asked sometimes of like, what recipe do you really want to try? And I want to make one of those surprise cakes so bad. I think that would be fun because back when I was younger, I don't know, I always kind of regarded it as like a little bit of a shitty surprise because you could hurt it too. But people would put like money in a cake.
Yeah. Yeah. So now I've seen a couple of bakers
I've
where
done some.
look.
We're getting there, guys.
Yeah.
75 more to go.
This would be very interesting.
And it's to go in the center. So do you like push it?
Yes. So push down, and then my thinking on it is like you push it down and you're pushing the cheesecake batter in and you're pulling up as you go and maybe leave a little well on top. That's just how I'm going to try and see if this even goes to plan. So
all right, I will get a little video on what I'm doing in a second.
I did it. It looks
You
weird
did?
though. Yes, look. Hold on. I'll show you. So I put it in and you push and then bring up and then do a little dollop at the top.
Right.
Okay, we're ready to go into the oven. Oh my god, I can't wait. I can't wait.
Yes.
How long did yours take to bake?
They took almost the full 30 minutes, only because of how big they are.
That would make sense. I seem to be good at about the 25-minute mark. So I took like the max of what the recipe required. I have a tiny humble muffin.
It's so pretty.
Can I say yours? That's a muffin.
It's huge. It got really big.
It's a country. That's great.
It is. And look at the bottom, the cream cheese is baked on there.
I was kind of not sure if this cream cheese was going to go 6 ways from Sunday, but as you can see, like it just stayed put.
Yes, it's crazy. You would think that it was some
happened.
kind of like thickening agent or something, but it's just there.
No, I know. And I say we have a little bite and try this out.
I think so too.
Okay,
Ready?
so bon appetit. Let's see. Oh my god.
Wow,
So good.
that's crazy good.
That That is fall or autumn or however you want to describe it in a bite.
Wow.
Oh, damn.
This is really good.
It's savory, it's sweet, it's got spice, it's got crunch. It's like hitting every note. It's moist.
Very.
It's
That
all the
extra
things.
oil. Take that extra oil tip.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh my God.
This is amazing. Oh my goodness. It's not too sweet and I love it.
Right? It's like just enough.
Mm-hmm.
It's crunchy, it's soft, it's
Wow.
savory, it's sweet. Oh man, all you need is like a coffee and a Hallmark movie and a blanket.
Yes. Wow. Wow. Thank you, Domestic Rebel. Perfect recipe.
It is the perfect
And
recipe.
you
Yeah.
can sub sweet potato instead of pumpkin.
Yep. Now, if we could just turn this into a guy, we'd have the perfect guy.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.